Welcome to Practice Peace. I'm Savi Ma. What we practice, we become. Practice Peace is an invitation, a loving reminder that our collective focus is a powerful force. When we practice peace and love, we actively shift our world for the greater good. This program has been created to give us all a space to practice peace in loving awareness and high vibe connection. What we practice, we become. Loving awareness invites you to come home to the illuminated nature of your being. Now, more than ever before, it is time. Join together with us in co-creating a world where loving awareness is the prevailing choice. It begins within the hearts of each one of us. As we start to practice together, let's just really honor everything that we're feeling and experiencing, and know that all of it is on purpose and all of it is acceptable and perfect. We don't have to give ourselves a hard time for feeling frustrated or feeling overwhelmed or feeling angry or any of the other myriad of emotions that might be flowing these days. Heaven knows that there are lots of reasons right now why we may feel a huge emotional flux and flow. I mean, just the pandemic alone is enough, and then there are many other things happening on pretty much the landscape of humanity right now that could cause us to be experiencing a myriad of emotional flow. It's sort of like when people would say, if you don't like the weather, wait 5 minutes, it'll change. I feel like that's been the emotional landscape. And that's actually a good thing to sort of point to, because it's like, just go in that flow and embrace the flow and allow ourselves to accept, and not even just accept, but literally embrace every single part of the flow that we're feeling. Instead of say anger is rising up and we say, oh, I don't want to feel angry. I've been so angry. I don't want to feel this again. What that does is it puts us into a flow of resistance. And that flow is plentifully available to us right now too. Resistance is everywhere. But what resistance is if we go into something and we're fighting against it. And just those words, think about that, fighting against. There's so much fighting against right now, one thing, another thing, a differing of opinions, whatever that might be. And we lock ourselves into this framework of resistance, and then flow slows or comes to a stop or feels like it's going backwards, and it doesn't serve us. So what we want to do in this is part of practicing peace, is we want to open the flow and allow whatever it is to keep moving. We don't want to encourage resistance. Now, if we're experiencing resistance, then embrace that too and say, oh, I'm noticing that I'm totally in resistance to this right now. The noticing of it is beautiful, because then you can embrace it, you can acknowledge it, you can give gratitude for it, and you can ask, what is this about? Is there a way that I can move toward grace and ease and lessen the amount of resistance that I'm feeling right now? That is peace in action. That is peace in power. So peace doesn't just mean, sitting like a yogi and becoming still. And we often think about that. We think, oh, well, here, this is what peace is, becoming still in the body, becoming present. And it is, and then we think, well, is that attainable? Yes. It's just presence. It's just paying attention to the breath, bringing yourself present within the breath, creating harmony with your breath, coming into sync with the breath. And then we say, well, wait, that's a lot of activity. And I say, yes, that's peace in action also. So sitting still in calm presence is peace in action. It is activated peace. But activated peace can flow through absolutely everything. And when we embrace everything that we're experiencing and everything that we're feeling, and then tap into that river of peace that is like a wellspring within us, that is our naturalness. It's a very, very much a part of our naturalness. Then we can consciously choose. See, that's the thing. There's so much going on in our thinker that we're not even consciously aware of all the thoughts that are happening and all the different layers. So part of coming into practice peace and practicing presence is bringing yourself, when you start to notice, I'm spinning out like this, I'm feeling sideways here, I'm not present, I'm experiencing a lot of emotional upheaval. Embrace it. And then if it is your choice in that moment to activate more peace through that flow, then you make that choice and you bring that online. So the invitation this week is to really encourage yourselves to own and acknowledge everything that you're feeling. And not to say, oh, I shouldn't do that, I shouldn't think that, I shouldn't feel that way. But instead, instead you can orient yourself towards something that you would rather be feeling. There's a big difference. You could say, well, that's the same thing. I shouldn't be feeling mad, or I want to be feeling more peace and flow and alignment. And you can say, well, aren't they just the same thing? If I don't want to be mad, then that would mean I want to experience something that's the opposite. But it doesn't work like that. Everything that we think and everything that we say is vibration. So where can we point our thoughts towards something that actually feels better? That's peace and power. That's change in motion. That's us standing in our authenticity and in our light and in the presence of who and what we really are. So that's what I'd really like us to hold and focus on as we go through practicing tonight. And that every time the word peace comes across the landscape of words that are going to flow in this river tonight, think that and feel that essence of peace that is so much more than just peace as you think of it as being a calm stillness. Yes, but it's an activated presence. It's a vibratory presence. Hopefully that doesn't sound too woo-woo. It's a vibe. Peace is a vibe that you can flow through absolutely everything. Okay, so let's practice that. Okay, so we're going to bring ourselves present in the body. One of the things I really like to mention in these practice peace sessions, now those of us sitting here tonight, we're fairly seasoned, we've done some practicing of meditation, but it still bears repeating, I feel, because when we're practicing peace, it isn't about how rigidly you're sitting in a yogic posture, how perfectly your spine is aligned. Much more important for our time together tonight, I feel it is important for you to release resistance. So if there's a place in your body that is feeling particularly tense, if you're feeling tension, you're feeling resistance anywhere, at any given point, allow your body to move. Don't feel like you have to hold a yogic easy pose. If you feel to lie down, feel comfortable in doing so. If you need to stretch your legs out, lean back against something to give your back support, move to a chair, make your bodies comfortable. This is a time for experiencing calm, still, centered peace in the body. And if your body and your mind are focused on areas that are not comfortable, you won't drop as deeply into the experience of peace. So give yourself permission to move your bodies. Throughout our entire time together, that permission is there. And now, as we continue, I want you to drop into your being bodies with your awareness and notice where your breath is breathing from. Notice where you feel the power of your breath. Do you feel the power of your breath? Notice if your breath is coming from your upper chest, Notice if you can feel your breath coming from your belly. And as you send your awareness around your body, notice also where there is tension, where there is resistance, if it is there. And allow the breath to move through those areas and literally soften the resistance. Send the breath like a mighty river into those areas that need a little bit more ease, a little bit more grace, a little bit more relaxation. And as you become aware of your breath and how it is breathing you alive in this present moment, deepen in that relationship and send the breath deeper into the body. Every time you inhale, allow your bellies to expand. And every time you exhale, allow the belly to contract and draw the navel center toward the spine. And allow this to become like a dance in the body as you breathe, inhaling, expanding through the center of your being. And as you exhale, drawing your navel center toward the spine. A graceful rise and fall of the breath in your bodies. There's really no beginning and no end. It's beautiful, the breath. It's beautiful how the breath breathes us alive. There's this giving and receiving through the cycle of the breath. And there's not one part of the cycle that can exist without the other. You see, they are perfect in union with each other. They are completely merged. In fact, they depend on each other. The in-breath cannot happen without the out-breath. And the out-breath cannot happen without the in-breath. It's a beautiful circle of flow, giving and receiving. Receiving life-giving breath into the body through the inhale, and as we exhale, giving the breath, extending the breath as expression from our bodies. And just really listening to that relationship in the breath. Listening to your own breath. The sound of your breath, it's beautiful. It's like its own song. Give gratitude for that experience. Give gratitude for your breath. And give gratitude for your being body temples right now as they allow for this experience of expansion, this experience of calming elevation. And bring your loving awareness now to your shoulders, to your neck, to your jaw, and send some loving breath to those areas. Maybe move your shoulders about as you continue to breathe. Keep the breath flowing like a river, in and out. Moving the shoulders, maybe shrugging the shoulders up, rolling them back, releasing the tension. Releasing the tension in your jaw, unclenching your teeth, relaxing your tongue. You might start to allow your head to gently roll back. Allow your heads to roll forward. And coming in with greater intention, rolling the head back as you inhale deeply. And exhale as the head rolls forward. Inhaling as the head rolls back. Exhale as the head comes round the front. And continue like this for a few more rotations, with the breath sending through to release resistance, release tension. And the next time your head comes round the front, pause And then change direction. Inhale in the opposite direction, sending the head back. And exhaling as you roll forward. Inhale as the head comes back. And exhale forward. Give yourselves a few more rotations, breathing deep, continuous flow, releasing resistance. Every time you inhale, expanding through the belly. And every exhale, drawing the navel center toward the spine. The next time you find yourself in the center, head forward, pause. Inhale deeply, and as you exhale, just allow your head to come sitting square on the shoulders. And continue to breathe. Roll the shoulders one at a time, rolling the shoulders back. Raising your right shoulder and rolling back, and then the left. Breathing as you go. Releasing the tension. Very good. And now bring your hands in front of the body and shake, 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 shake your hands. Good. And bring your hands back resting, either resting palms facing up inside the lap. You can do this mudra where your hands are resting one inside of the other, palms facing up and connecting the thumbs and resting that in your lap. Or you can have your palms facing up, resting on your thighs or on your knees, and just allow your fingers to be open, to be relaxed, just in their natural curve. And listen to the sound of your breath. Very good. And now bring your right hand up to your face and gently close your right nostril. Direct all of the remaining fingers to the heavens above. Straighten those fingers and begin breathing long, deep breaths through the left channel of the nose. And as you breathe, listen to these words and feel the truth that rings through as you breathe here through the left channel of your nose. I am aware of the peace that resides within me. I trust this peace. I trust my presence. As I breathe here through the left channel of my nose, I know that I am activating my infinite intelligence, my receptivity, my supreme intuition. And I know that as I breathe here through the left channel of my nose, that I allow my nervous system to reset, that I allow a cooling, calming presence to flow through my body, through my mind, my spirit, all levels of my beingness. I allow this relaxation. I breathe through the left channel of my nose, and I allow this experience of peace. I am present. I am peace. I am aware. I am awake in my knowing. My presence is real. My presence is on purpose. I am awake, aware, and present. I allow peace to be. And the next time you inhale very deeply, fill yourselves up with breath through the left channel and suspend the breath. And as you hold the breath, release your hand and allow that right hand to float down into your lap or on your leg or your knee. And exhale and just begin to breathe your resting breath, integrating, allowing the flow. Recognizing here as you breathe in your resting breath, the deepened state of centeredness, your presence, your well-being. Breathe here for your well-being. Breathe for well-being. There is great power in this breath that we deepen in relationship with. We do well to foster and nurture this relationship. We give gratitude for the experience of knowing that it only takes just a few moments of focusing. A few moments of focusing with conscious intention and presence in the breath to bring us home to our center, to our peace. And here from this place of peace, from this center, we find ourselves in our power. We find ourselves empowered in our alignment. And we choose consciously to activate peace into action, to send peace like the river that it is, consciously through everything. What if every breath that we received and every breath that we gave was a flow of peace? And what if it truly is? What if we decide right here and now that every breath that we take, every breath that we give is a breath of peace? No matter what it is that we may be feeling on the emotional landscape. How would that change what we're feeling? How would that change the flow? If as the rise and fall of the emotional landscape happens, what if every breath that we flowed through that experience was embraced in peace? Imagine what that feels like right here, right now, as you're breathing. Every breath that is coming into your body and every breath that is leaving your body, no matter what is happening in your experience, no matter what is happening in the landscape of the mind, the breath is breathing peace. Every breath is peace. And that peace flows as a continuous circle of life through absolutely every experience. You see, it is quite effortless, is it not? You don't have to try to breathe. These human bodies that we reside within, they are designed to breathe quite well without us having to think about it. And so if we just choose, and it is always within our choosing to make such a choice, in fact, everything is of our choosing, if we choose to consciously flow peace through the breath, And that doesn't mean that we need to think about it in every moment, that every breath has to have a thought from the mind that flows through the breath. No, quite contrary. We choose right here, right now. We set that intention, and that intention does not evaporate. It does not fade. We are claiming the truth of this intention, and we are claiming now every breath that I breathe is breathed in peace. Every breath that I breathe is breathed in peace. Please repeat. Every breath that I breathe is breathed in peace. Every breath that I breathe is breathed in peace. My breath is peace.
My breath is peace.
Peace flows like a river through my breath.
Peace flows like a river through my breath.
My breath is peace.
My breath is peace.
I breathe peace in.
I breathe peace in.
I breathe peace out.
I breathe peace out.
This gift of peace is fully sustainable.
This gift of peace is fully sustainable.
This gift of peace is mine to experience.
This gift of peace is mine to experience.
This gift of peace is mine to share.
This gift of peace is mine to share.
I choose peace.
I choose peace.
I choose peace through my breath.
I choose peace through my breath.
From this moment forward, every breath I breathe is breathed in peace.
From this moment forward, every breath I breathe is breathed in peace.
My breath is peace.
My breath is peace.
No matter my experience.
No matter my experience.
My breath is peace.
My breath is peace.
And within peace resides love.
And within peace resides love.
Peace and love are one.
Peace and love are one.
There is no peace without love.
There is no peace without love.
Love is the supreme force.
Love is the supreme force.
I breathe peace. I breathe love.
I breathe peace. I breathe love.
As I breathe peace.
As I breathe peace.
As I breathe love.
As I breathe love.
Love and peace are within me.
Love and peace are within me.
I am sourced of love.
I am sourced of love.
Peace lives within me.
Peace lives within me.
Peace cannot be given to me.
Peace cannot be given to me.
Peace cannot be taken from me.
Peace cannot be taken from me.
I am my peace.
I am my peace.
Peace resides within me.
Peace resides within me.
The river of peace flows through my breath.
The river of peace flows through my breath.
This is my choice.
This is my choice.
This is my truth.
This is my truth.
All that I experience.
All that I experience.
I experience through the breath of peace.
I experience through the breath of peace.
And so it is.
And so it is.
Inhale very deeply. And exhale powerfully. Again, inhale very deep. Suspend. And very powerfully exhale. One more time, inhale deep. Suspend. As you suspend, bring as much grace into the body as you can. Release resistance. Inhale more. Continue to suspend. Bring ease in the body. Gaze to the third eye. And now powerfully exhale. Very good. Breathe your natural relaxed breath. And continuing to breathe with conscious presence, bring your hands together and rub your palms together, creating friction, creating heat, creating energy, and bringing the momentum up, rubbing faster and faster and faster and faster and faster, applying a bit more pressure between the palms, really building the heat, building the energy. And now inhale deeply and bring your hands still. Suspend. Now exhale gently, keep your palms together. Stay in the experience. With loving awareness, observe the sensations that are happening between the palms of your hands. This is evidence of your presence. This is evidence of your existence. This is evidence of your vitality. This feeling of heat, the tingles, the pulsing. You are alive. You are on purpose. You are present in this here and now for good purpose. Your presence on this earth is acknowledged. You are loved. You are whole. You are loved. You are whole. You are loved. You are loved. You are loved. Indeed, you are love. You are love. You are love. Now very, very gently releasing the palms. Making motion with the palms now like you're washing your hands. We've all become very familiar with the hand washing. Washing the hands. Washing the hands, and we say this, that we've become very familiar, and we want you to recognize that even here is an invitation and an opportunity. We're all washing our hands more frequently. So while we are there in that presence, what would happen if we also brought our attention to the breath? What would happen if we slowed the breath down? And for those 20 seconds that we're meant to be washing our hands, we give ourselves 20 seconds focused in peace. Not hurry up 20 seconds, I need this part to be done because there's a whole bunch more, but rather inviting ourselves to literally relish the very concept that we get to have 20 more seconds in presence. Running water over our hands, releasing the energy, bringing more consciousness to the very act. Make the washing of the hands a loving act, a self-love act. And now as we continue, let's move up the left arm, using our right hand to gently wash and massage the left arm. Coming all the way up over the shoulder, making sure to give attention to all parts of the arm, the back side, the top side, the inside, all the way, the whole length of the arm. Back up over the shoulder for a moment. Very good. And now let's move to the other arm, using our left hand to gently wash and massage the right arm. the top side, the back side, inside, all sides, up over the shoulder. And really focusing here, remembering to breathe in and out as we do this loving self-care. That we're breathing, we're not holding the breath, we're washing, we're cleansing energetically, we're releasing tension, coming back over the back of the shoulder, the right shoulder. Very good. And coming around to the front and giving ourselves some loving sweeps across the chest, up and down, making sure that we come into the throat center, give ourselves some washing love on the throat center, down the chest again, coming across, down across the belly. Come up onto the sides, reaching as high as we can underneath the arm of the left side, and coming across the other side, sweeping down the right side, coming across the belly. Very good. Now reach behind your bodies and sweep across the back, starting at the center, coming out to the side with sweep, 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 sweep. Making sure to come across the buttocks and the hips. And now down the sidelines of your legs, hips. If you're able to, where you're sitting, go ahead and stretch the legs out and give yourself a nice, invigorating self-love massage. Breathe. Make sure that you're continuing to breathe. Breathing in deeply, breathing out deeply, cleansing. This is very much on purpose. We don't do these things for ourselves often enough. And this is a beautiful, beautiful way to give yourselves a cleansing reset, especially at the end of your days, when you're coming back home or settling in for your evenings from whatever your day has held. This is just a beautiful way to bring yourself into a relaxed state of presence and cleanse the energy. Very good. One of the things that, breathing-wise, I would invite each of you to keep with you throughout this week. There were a lot of good tools in what just flowed through. I hope you enjoyed that flow. It felt good to me. And a reminder that is coming up right now is to remind yourself to drop that breath down deeper into the body. What happens when we're experiencing stress and overwhelm, as so many of us are right now, is the first thing to tighten up. And the irony isn't lost, is it? That COVID has its experience in the lungs. When this whole year there's been other themes around breathing or not being able to breathe. I can't breathe. And tightness in the chest that happens when we're overwhelmed and when we're stressed. So while we are in our well-being, and our well-being is our first choice to support and empower in our bodies, then we do well to remember that as soon as we feel overwhelm and stress, if we drop the breath down deeper into the body, immediately the chest, all of the muscles that are here and along the sides of the neck and in our jaws, just one breath with that reminder softens everything and brings us into a greater state of calm presence. So this week, just see how many times you can catch yourself in a state of maybe tensing up and send just one breath down deeper. And see what that literally does in the physiology of your body to balance things out a little bit. Your nervous system, your body, your cells, they have such amazing intelligence. And they're trying their best to be well. You know, our bodies are doing their very best. They navigate toward wellness. Our bodies aren't out to get us. We naturally navigate toward healing and toward wellness. And so if we can adjust our thinking minds to remember what an incredible gift that is, and to become conscious of supporting this network of cells that we live in gratitude and in consciousness through the breath. It's like one of the most brilliant gifts I feel like we can give ourselves, especially now. Especially now. So that practice, just really being present, kind of bringing things full circle now, coming into a summarization, if we can do that with such an experience. Remembering that our breath is peace, that we made commitments together tonight, that we spoke words that were powerful and purposeful and meaningful aloud. And by giving breath to those words and to that energy, we have committed to allow that river of peace that dwells naturally within us to flow through everything. So all week, in the coming week, anything that rises up, no matter what it is, you can be right in the middle of embracing that experience and know that peace is flowing through it at the very same time. That feels so powerful to me right now. To know that I'm not doing anything wrong, that I don't have to necessarily change anything, that I trust that the consciousness of that peace that is within me is flowing strong and true through all that I do, all that I think, all that I say. And I would invite and encourage us to recognize what shifts as a result of that level of consciousness coming through us in the week ahead. We don't have to change anything. Let's just observe what shifts might naturally happen by way of this river. And no matter what flows, we embrace it all. We allow for the authenticity that we are in every moment to be embraced. Because it's what we're here for. We're not here to deny any part of ourselves. We're here for this experience, and that means all of it. And we can bring our loving awareness and our consciousness to absolutely every aspect of our experience. And embrace ourselves. We're so hard on ourselves. Just embrace ourselves. Love ourselves more. Allow grace more. That's the summarization. Loving awareness invites you to come home to the illuminated nature of your being. Now, more than ever before, it is time. Join together with us in co-creating a world where loving awareness is the prevailing choice. It begins within the hearts of each one of us.